Hello and good morning to everyone listening. My name is Gurpreet and welcome to the Connection Challenge brought to you by Student Volunteer Connections in collaboration with the CFRU radio station. In these unprecedented times, we're all facing unique challenges, but one that's universal is the challenge of staying connected with each other and with our communities. My peer team at SVC is taking this time to share stories about the different ways the Connection Challenge is affecting members of our community, from our friends to local volunteers to different community organizations and nonprofits, to highlight their resilience and creativity in dealing with these challenges. We hope that through listening, you can appreciate the value of connection and feel inspired to explore different opportunities to connect with others and communities around you. So let's get started with today's guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Fatima Rahman. I am a third-year University of Guelph biomedical student. My minor is also studio arts. Um, yeah, I'm so excited to be here. And then I'm also the public relations executive head for Guelph Medical Brigades.
Awesome. Thanks so much for introducing yourself, and I'm really glad you could join me today. So you
Yeah.
mentioned you're an executive for an on-campus club and organization.
Mhm.
Could you expand your role and tell the audience a little bit about what you do as a public relations officer?
Yeah, of course. So, Guelph Medical Brigades, or GMB as we call it in short, it's a chapter of this global organization called Global Brigades. It's an international movement of students, medical professionals, nurses, pharmacists that essentially work alongside local communities around the world, and we implement sustainable health systems. We have a really amazing team of dedicated students here on campus and on a lot of campuses around Canada and around the globe. As PR exec, I essentially run all public relations. So any advertising, any social media, I do the forefront with my team. I have two really dedicated exec members who work with me as well in PR. We also do merchandise, which is coming this year, surprisingly. Yes, so excited. Yeah, so anything you see forefront on Facebook, on Instagram, from emails, that comes from PR and our logistics coordinator as well.
Awesome. That's incredible. That's what you do with the organization. It's great to hear that. So you mentioned that you work towards creating sustainable communities centered around
Mhm,
positive healthcare systems.
mhm.
Are there any events you guys do year round, or any large conferences that people can look forward to attending, or any big events that your organization's a part of?
So usually when school is running normally in person, we have this amazing event called Student Leadership Conference. All of the closest schools from around Ontario. So last year we had Big Master, Western Queens, U of T as well. We all come in with our GMB teams. We all interact with also some of the staff members of Global Brigades, the company itself. Like we met the PR staff as well as some heads for some departments, and we kind of go through what it is like to be a leader in GV and what it's like to push our development goals. We work alongside the UN Sustainable Development Goals called SDGs. So Global Brigades works with UN's goals in that space, and we create this thing called the holistic system, where we essentially follow that system in order to implement slowly and sustainably different systems to make a community fully developed.
Okay, that's incredible work. Um, and so that kind of leads me to my next question. Um, so as you know, we're currently in the middle of a pandemic.
Mhm.
What is the biggest challenge COVID has created for your work specifically and the community you serve?
I think our biggest challenge is having events. We usually have an abroad trip we have every year. We didn't get to have it this year. Hopefully, we will have it next year with all the good news coming in about vaccines and whatnot. Hopefully, we can have a trip next year. We're planning for one. So we did end up missing our trip this year. A lot of students, raised and donated money for the trip. A lot of family and friends also donated money for the trip for a lot of students. And we had actually the highest turnout last year for students signed up for the trip, and it didn't happen, unfortunately. We do have systems set in place so that it does happen next year and that everyone's accommodated, so we're really excited about that. In terms of online events, we've actually managed to do pretty well this year. it was really tough trying to figure out how to rework events to fit online and fit the online schematic. But what we ended up doing is we had like some amazing O-Week events. We had some more fun events this year as well, which we didn't get to have as much the last few years, where we had a trivia night. We had a Jeopardy night as well. We did a virtual escape room one time. It was really fun. And we get to know our brigaders better as well. Um, so it's been weird trying to re-navigate how to have these events, but we've managed to create a bunch as well, where we also have educational workshops and fun events too. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I love the variety of events you guys host. I mean, it sounds like there's a little bit of something for everyone, which is the
Yeah.
Are there any upcoming events, whether it be in this semester or next semester, that people can look out for?
So one event that we're having, actually in full replacement of the trip that we missed abroad, we were supposed to have it in May of this year. So we're doing actually a virtual telebrigade. And the final sign-up date is December 4th, I believe. Yes. And it's running from the 18th to the 23rd of December. And essentially it is the trip, but in virtual experience. It's a really, really great way to gain some real medical insight. We are like doing virtual shadowing alongside. I think this year we're heading to Honduras. Essentially, we're doing shadowing with Honduras. We get to work with professionals. We get to do case study involvement, which is really, really interesting. Studying a real life patient in life, understanding what their symptoms are, being able to diagnose them and create a treatment plan with them. You get exposure to those uncommon epidemiological case studies as well. And then we also have the bilingual aspect that we usually get in person as well, where we do have Spanish translators and workers, where we get to practice Spanish medical skills and have translators available to help us out. It's a really, really great way to add something to your CV and gain some real medical insight, especially in a time where it's really hard to get volunteer experience as a student interested in sciences, or just in volunteering abroad, things like that. So sign up is December 4th. That's the final date for sign up, and it's still happening. So if you're interested, please sign up. If you have any questions about signing up, you can contact us at mbguelph@uoguelph.ca.
Awesome. That sounds like such an interesting event. And you know what? I'm glad you guys were able to adapt to the pandemic to create an event that people can still attend.
Yeah.
Even if you couldn't potentially attend the in-person event that was going to happen in May.
Yeah.
So speaking about signing up, for people who are listening up there who want to get involved in medical brigades and want to volunteer, how can they do so? What is it like to be a volunteer for your organization?
So I think the biggest step is just follow us. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We have all types of events. So what we do in terms of getting involved, if you want to get involved in fundraising and helping us with any donation events or fundraising events we have, if you just want to get involved in getting to know some fellow members who are interested in sciences, interested in medical and global health, and just want to bond a bit more, find some new friends who are available in that sense as well. I think the main way to get involved is, participate in our medical workshops, in our Spanish learning workshops. We do Spanish and medical combined, and just be really committed to the idea of increasing access to critical healthcare services that are otherwise usually not affordable or available in a lot of countries, in a sustainable way that doesn't leave that country deprived once we, stop providing services or if we leave. It's all about setting them up with a system that makes them long-term self-sufficient. Yeah, just we have a lot of events, a lot of types of things going on. Get involved how you can. If you can do the Tell Brigade, do the Tell Brigade. If you want to sign up for the trip next year, sign up for the trip next year. I'll be going, so excited. Fingers crossed things go as smoothly as we hope they do. So yeah, a lot of different ways to get involved with GMB, whether it be just on campus, abroad. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Those sound like amazing opportunities. Thank you so much for sharing
Of course.
and chatting with me today. I really appreciate getting to know a little bit about you and your organization.
Mhm.
Do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share?
No, I'm just so excited. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I've been with GMB for 3 years now. I'm hoping to stay all throughout. And I really I promise, I'm not just saying this, it's an amazing club with some amazing things going on. So if you're interested, if you want to get involved in some global healthcare, please you know, email us, follow us, whatever you want to do. Do you want our Instagram handle?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Our Instagram handle is at Guelph Medical Brigades. So that is at Guelph Medical Brigades. Our Facebook is also the same. So yeah, give us a follow, send us a message. We would love to have anyone who's interested.
Perfect. So that concludes this episode of the Connection Challenge. We hope you learned something new and feel inspired moving forward to tackle the Connection Challenge in your own way. Don't forget to follow these stories on the SVC Grip Life page or on the course link page under the self-registration tab, and stay up to date with @EXP Guelph on Instagram. See you next time. Thanks.